Go.
Hello students, welcome back to the digital classes. In this video, we will discuss remaining part of the nationalism in Europe. So, after the romantic imagination and national feeling, it was the time of hunger, hardship and popular revolt in Europe. The 1830s were the years of great economic hardship in Europe. The first half of the 19th century saw an enormous increase in population all over the Europe, which gave rise to unemployment. Population from rural areas migrated to the cities to live in overcrowded slums. In those regions of Europe where the aristocracy still enjoyed power, peasants struggled under the burden of feudal dues and obligations. The rise of food prices or a year of bad harvest led to widespread pauperism, hunger in town and country. 1848, the revolution of the liberals. A revolution led by liberals also took place. They made demands for constitutionalism with national unification. In the German regions, a large number of political associations came together in the city of Frankfurt and decided to vote for an all-German National Assembly. A constitution for a German nation was drafted, which was to be headed by monarchy, subject to a parliament in 1848. Making of Germany or unification of Germany. After 1848, nationalist feeling were widespread among middle class Germans. The German Confederation and Prussia began organizing themselves into a German state. 3 wars were fought, which ended in Prussian victory and completed the process of unification of Germany. In 1871, and the Prussian king Kaiser William I was proclaimed German Emperor, unified German Emperor. Unification of Italy. Like Germany, Italy too had a long history of political fragmentation. Italian ones scattered over several dynastic states as well as the multinational Habsburg Empire. During the middle of the 19th century, it was divided in 7 states. Giuseppe Mazzini, during the 1830s, sought to put together a coherent program for a unity Italian republic and organized Young Italy. Count Camillo de Cavour also played a very important role to unify the regions of Italy. After from regular troops, a large number of armed volunteers under the leadership of Giuseppe Garibaldi joined the fray, and in 1861 the process of the unification of Italy completed and Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed the King of Unified Italy. Now, the strange case of Britain. The history of nationalism in Britain was quite different from the rest of the Europe. Before the 18th century, there was no British nation. The people of different identities comprised English, Welsh, Scot or Irish lived in the British Isles. The Act of Union of 1707 between England and Scotland resulted in the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. This led to the demolition of Scotland's distinctive culture and political institution. Ireland also was forcibly included in the United Kingdom in 1801. Now, nationalism and imperialism. The most serious source of nationalist tension in Europe after 1871 was the area called the Balkans. The powers of Europe like Russia, Germany, England, Austro-Hungary were keen on countering the hold of other powers over the Balkans, which led to a series of wars in the region and finally the First World War. Nationalism aligned with imperialization led Europe to a serious disaster in 1914. This was all about the topic. Thank you and stay safe.